Hello. Welcome back to the Redgate-Large channel. Tonight it is England versus Andorra, or should I rightfully say Andorra versus England. It is the Euro 20, not Euro 20. What am I even saying? I've got a Euro 2020, there we are, Euro 2021 or 2022 top on, but it's not Euro 2022. It is the World Cup qualifiers for the World Cup in 2022. I can't get my words out. It's because I'm excited. That's why I cannot get my words out tonight. It is England versus Andorra. I think I'm just excited because Tammy Abraham's back in the England team. That's probably what it is. Welcome back to all you familiar faces. I can see Josh Wilkinson and Fraser and Oliver are all in the chat roasting Scunthorpe United from earlier on. Let me know, guys, your score prediction for this evening's game. And as always, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let us know what have you made of today's games and what you think to this England side. Tammy Abraham's back in, so I'm very, very happy. Our boy who's gone to Italy, and he's done a fantastic job so far. Erin's excited to see Tammy back as well, so that's even better, and she's in Germany as well. And Real Tom says Andorra 0, England 0. Full time. My idol along with Mason. Exactly, Oliver, exactly. Of course I'm going to be excited. And not to forget as well, Fikayo Tomori is also back in the England side. What more can, as a Chelsea fan, you want than seeing, your players going out and doing a really, really great job in different places, especially Tammy, because we've got a buyback clause on Tammy. So fingers crossed, in a few years' time, we'll be able to bring him back and have a fantastic footballer there, won't we? You've got to let us know, guys, as well. This is a big, big thing. Will England drop points in this group? Well, again, because we dropped points against Poland. I believe that was last time out, actually, we dropped points. And it was a little bit disappointing, that Poland game, wasn't it? If you cast your minds back to, I guess it was September, right just before my birthday, England were a little bit sloppy and a little bit unsure of themselves. Harry Kane scored a fantastic goal, but other than that, it wasn't the best representation of this England side, not the best that we've seen, and maybe a little bit of a hangover from the Euros and how fantastically well we did there. But anyway, if you haven't already, be sure to smash that subscribe button. And I've just seen Josh Wilkinson is on my Twitch as well. So if you haven't, go down, smash that, whatever the button is on Twitch, go over and smash a follow or whatever it is. And let us know if what I can do to make that better as well, because I'm trying to sort of broaden my horizons, if that will be. Let's have a look at a few of the comments. If I can get my mouse to work. Here we go. So Erin saying she's excited to see Tammy Abraham back. Aren't we all, Erin? Aren't we all? Sam, will the mighty Northern Irish beat Switzerland? I mean, probably not one of your hardest opponents, Switzerland, but Switzerland do have a lot of individual talents, Wilco. So, I mean, you've got to back the Northern Irish. Well, I've got to back the Northern Irish, being half Northern Irish. So there we are. I would like to see Gallagher in the senior team. Sure, you agree, Sam. He's had a very, very good start, Oliver, hasn't he? A very good start to life at Crystal Palace. Still very young as well. Plenty of room to grow. And I think I said it in my predictions video for the Premier League this season. I think having Patrick Vieira at Crystal Palace with Conor Gallagher will be fantastic for him. What a player to learn your trade off, Patrick Vieira. What a player to learn the trade from. Josh is in the chat. If you haven't already, make sure to go subscribe to AVFTS. That is his channel. You can see his little emoji or icon or whatever you want to call it nowadays, whatever the kids call them. So go and subscribe to him. Big up, Sam. And the chat, just sat here with some pals waiting for my takeaway to arrive. Oh, what are you having tonight, Josh? Is it a pizza or is it a Chinese? Is it an Indian? And keep scrolling. 6-0 England, says Oliver. 6-0. I'm hoping for some goals. Fingers crossed. Southgate making me ill with his team selection. We'll get onto that in a little bit. Let's not get too carried away and hope Moldova win that for Scotland. Josh says Twitch is cool. Exactly. And yes, you are the only viewer, but I appreciate you going over there and at least giving me one viewer. That is the important part, isn't it, Josh? So here we go. We'll dive into the teams for tonight. Oh, hang on. Before we do that, takeaway order. Here we go. Takeaway order: pizza, chicken, meat, and chips, and extra cheesy chips. Sharing with Kelly. Oh, that sounds good. That does sound good. Let's rate Josh's takeaway. Before the seriousness starts, let's rate Josh and Kelly's takeaway. I'm going a solid 8 out of 10. Chat, let us know, what do you think to this takeaway order on the stream? Erin, you're the takeaway expert. You love your doner kebabs. What do you reckon to pizza, chicken, meat, and chips, and extra cheesy chips? What do you reckon? Got to be done, hasn't it, Sam? Exactly. Sounds tasty. Sounds tasty. Let's see what you guys think. Give him a rating out of 10. Give him a rating out of 10. So here we go. Let's have a look at the teams for today, whilst we have a little bit of inception. Here we go. I'm not going to pretend like I know anyone on this Andorran team. Let's be honest. I am not going to pretend like I know anyone, because it's very hard to even name a single player there who plays in any division, because they aren't the best of teams, and that's the thing you have to know. But for the sake of it, we will go through this. We'll go through this Andorran team. Hopefully the names aren't too hard to pronounce, because I'm not very good with name pronunciations. But here we go. So in goal, they've got Joseph Gomez. Yes, the Joseph Gomez. We've got Jesus Rubio. We also have, or Jesus Rubio, I don't know. Christian Garcia. We have Max Lavera. I should probably zoom in a little bit. Here we go. Hang on. Control plus. Oh, I've zoomed in too far. Whoops. Oh no. Catastrophe. There we are. That's better. Now I can see it a bit better. Mark Garcia is starting at left back, and it looks like a bog standard 4-4-2. We know what sofa scores are like, though. We'll have to wait and see if it's a bog standard 4-4-2. So then we've got Jordi Rubio, Javier Vieira. Wow, that sounds like a very, very Spanish name, that one, doesn't it? Mark Valles, Mark Rebers. A lot of marks in this team. Maybe they can leave their mark on the game. And Aaron Sanchez starts up front with Christian Martinez. But now for the time we've all been waiting for, and not the stupid puns I just made. So, starting off in goal, we have Sam Johnson of West Bromwich Albion, who still managed to retain a spot in this England side. And then at right back, who is our captain for tonight, Kieran Trippier, still at Atletico Madrid, a confident player, someone who Gareth Southgate, as we know from the Euros, likes a lot. He's starting at right back with John Stones and Connor Cody, with Ben Chilwell starting at left back. That probably equals his number of starts for Chelsea then, for it now in an England shirt, which is really random. I am surprised Ben Chilwell hasn't featured more on a Chelsea top. And the rest of the defence, I guess it's an alternate defence, isn't it? Because we're playing Andorra, we're not playing Italy or Germany. And as Erin always says, it's nice to see some different faces in the midfield and in the team generally. And looking at the midfield, we have Jesse Lingard, James Ward-Prowse, and Phil Foden as the three in midfield. Intrigued to see how these set up, whether Sancho might move back, Lingard push further on, same with Foden. But it looks like James Ward-Prowse will be almost anchoring that midfield for tonight. And then on your left wing, we do have Jadon Sancho and Bukayo Saka. And through the middle, the moment I've been waiting for, Tammy Abraham. He is back in the England side for the first time in almost a year. It has been a long year for Tammy Abraham, missing out on the Euros, but he's back in the England side after a few good performances out in Rome. And to be honest with you, I have seen quite a bit of Tammy Abraham, and he looks so much more confident. He hasn't quite scored the number of goals yet. I think he scored twice in 7 games, but his overall play just looks absolutely fantastic at the moment, does Tammy Abraham. And wait and see what he can do tonight. And then we're going to leave the Andorran bench. Does anyone know the Andorran bench? If you do, extra bonus points for you guys if you know anyone off the Andorran bench. But then we look at the English bench. We've got Jordan Pickford, Aaron Ramsdale, Kyle Walker, Tyrone Mings, Fikayo Tomori, Jordan Henderson, Declan Rice, Mason Mount, Jack Grealish. Sorry. Ballon d'Or nominated Mason Mount, Jack Grealish, Raheem Sterling, Harry Kane, and Ollie Watkins. So that does conclude the England squad. And just before the players come out onto the pitch, let's have a look at the table. And this is how the table looks going into the 7th game of this World Cup qualifier. I'm still trying to say Euros. Andorra, the only win they have picked up is against San Marino, of course, and England. The only points they've dropped are against Poland, which if they drop any more points, I mean, you'd hope they wouldn't you? But if they do drop any more points tonight, it really, really puts them in a position of where Albania and Poland, a big performance against England, could send them over the top and into first place, and that's not what we want. If we don't get through to the World Cup after finishing second in the Euros in this group, I'm going to be absolutely fuming. But that does conclude talking about the squads for tonight. Let's have a look through the chat. What have I missed? Here we go. Let's have a scroll up. Josh is chatting about Stephen Davis, of course. Erin says, sounds like a great takeaway, but would have to give it 8 of a 10 because I didn't hear the mention of garlic mayo. Very, very good point, Erin. Very good point. There's your criticism, Josh. There's your criticism. Sam, you need you up front today. What? Northern Ireland need me up front today. I mean, I'm sat wearing an England top. There we are. And Vieira, he comes from Senegal prospects. He signs them all. Venuk's back in the chat. Yes, big boy. Tammy starting. Exactly, Venuk. And Anand, who is taking this. I'm sorry, Anand. I don't know what you're doing if you can predict the future, but I don't know how you're so far ahead of everyone else in the FPL league. You are absolutely. I think that's the only reason you subscribed to the channel, was to just whoop everyone's asses at the fantasy footy league. But that is the beauty of having these subscribers. What a great start you have made. But we aren't talking about fantasy football tonight. England, the team are out. The referees are out. I believe, if I am correct, all of the referees tonight are female referees this evening. I haven't seen them come out yet, so I must have been reading something else, but I haven't seen them come out there. But I will confirm that in a second when I can find that out, which is absolutely fantastic stuff. And a big night for them both. A lot of people criticise people just for, they criticise female referees for no reason whatsoever. A big night and hopefully, I really, really hope they can prove some of those idiots wrong. I really do. And tell me your tricks for FPL. I know. I think Venuk, you were doing quite well at one point as well. Excited to see Tammy play today. Exactly. So am I. And we're just on to the Andorran. Oh my God, Andorran. Sam, check Twitter. You can change your subscribers only in the chat. Oh, okay. I will sort that in a sec. My phone's over there, so I need to look at that. We're just listening to the Andorran national anthem. I'm just trying to move my laptop slightly so that I can see the screen a little bit better, because I can't see the bottom of the screen at the moment. If you haven't already, guys, If you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe. I've told you how to do it. Hope it's clear. Okie dokes. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. I will have a look on my phone in a second. We are about to get underway. And it won't be too long. I'm excited for this. I am very, very excited for this. And I've gone with I just was thinking about this. I've gone with a really, really colourful thumbnail for tonight. I've literally just grabbed every colour possible by the looks of things. And as you can see around here as well, oh, hang on, on the side bits over here, it's all colourful. But there we are. And Josh says it may sound like waffle. I mean, Josh, I am currently waffling myself. So there we are. I'm not the one to judge waffling. Okay, I will have a look at doing that. I will try and do that, Josh. I will try and do that, and then we can see. Let's have a look. We've just gone into a bit of an ad break, and then we will be back with the football. It's taken a while tonight. I think ITV Hub must be slightly behind as well, because we are at 19:45 now, so 7:45. We are at the time it should be kicking off. So, you changed Mason background on the phone. I have. I don't know how you worked that one out. I don't know if you zoomed in on my phone there. But yes, it is a photo of me and Erin now. I don't know why. I must be like a minute or two behind because I'm on ITV Hub rather than watching live, because for some reason, and this is a really, really weird but really annoying thing, is the TV thing. So you see me sat here, the TV plug and this desk is fixed. The TV plug is over there. So if I want to watch the antenna, it's over there, and it's not very good. I saw you with a person. I guess it weren't Mason. No, it was better than Mason. It was Erin. Right, now I've got to work out where Josh was meaning. Let's have a look. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I've just seen some recent subscribers in the last 99 days, and a few different people in there, a few different names popping up, which is even better. Hopefully we can continue the growth. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button for me. That would be brilliant. We are getting underway. The referee keeps bringing the play back, but we are underway now, and Andorra have got us underway in this World Cup qualifier. Andorra, like I said, they don't get many wins. They're not a big side, but you know, they might be able to put up a fight. They've shown they can beat San Marino, and San Marino at times have proven that they're not an awful team, but England should win tonight. Surely, shouldn't they? They should win tonight. You would hope so, wouldn't you? You would hope so. And I honestly, I genuinely think that, I know this is going to sound awful, but if England lose this, like, I just think you just have to sack the manager. I would just have to sack the manager. I think that is, I just think, honestly, if you lost to Andorra and you're not San Marino, important part, you just have to sack your manager. I think it'd be embarrassing, too embarrassing, wouldn't it? I think it'd be too embarrassing. I'm trying to find this, Josh, but I don't know where it is on customization to set that up. Let's have a look at what Josh said. Erin's called me cute, but there we are. I know, I'm very cute. Managed to find the customization on the video, mate, on the left-hand side. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Josh, but I can't quite work it out at the minute. On the left-hand side, yeah, and then it comes up with layout, branding, and then basic info, doesn't it? I think that's right. England have a free kick, and 5 subs away from 100 for Fraser. Lovely stuff. 2 people on Twitch, even better. Getting the Twitch viewers up. England have a free kick, though, in the Andorran half, as I wait for who messaged me. Oh, that was Erin Oliver. That was really loud, wasn't it? I do apologise. James Ward-Prowse to whip this one in. Can anyone get on it? It's Connor Cody with the header, just slightly wide, and the referee has given it as an England corner by the looks of things. That's a lovely ball from James Ward-Prowse. If there's one thing that man can do, it is take a set piece, isn't it, James Ward-Prowse? And it's not, Connor Cody's not quite got there first, and he has just managed to turn it behind the Andorran defender. I'm not even going to pretend like I know these people's names. Like, people like Villarreal, I can at least pretend and try and work out who's who, but I'm not even going to bother. It's awful stuff. Awful. No need to apologise. Oh, thank you, Oliver. Corner taken, though, and defended by Andorra pretty easily there. Lovely interchange, though, between John Stones and Jesse Lingard. Lingard now to Ben Chilwell. Channel dashboard videos. Go to your live video, mate. Then click on the customization tab. Ah, go to my live video. That makes more sense. Here's Phil Foden. Right, I have a question for everyone. Okay, I have a question, and this is a big question for me. Do you think Phil Foden should have been 84 rated on FIFA? I know there's been a lot of controversy. On these FIFA ratings this year with pace and stuff like that. But do you think Phil Foden should be 84 rated? 84. Let me know. Because I'm not so sure. Right, let me see what Josh is saying. Channel dashboard, videos. Go to your live video, then click on customization. Go on my live video, as in the one that is live right now, I'm assuming. This one. Here's Sancho. Into Abraham, into Sancho, into Saka. Saka skips over a tackle. No contact, so the ref can't really give it a foul. Lovely switch there from Kieran Trippier to find Sancho again. Sancho needs to show what he can do tonight. Sancho looks to clip it in. Defended again by Andorra. Headed out as far as James Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse into Jay Lings. Jay Lings into Trippier. Trippier back into Jesse Lingard. Saka. Ward-Prowse. England probing. Lovely ball from Phil Foden. Phil Foden. Oh, poor touch from Ben Chilwell. Lovely ball from Phil Foden, though, in behind. An absolutely lovely ball. What a ball that was in behind. I have no clue where this is. Customization. Customization on here. There we are. Minimum subscribe time. Yeah. There we are. Right, that should have done it now, Josh. I think I've done it. Sam, are you trying to say that Foden should be higher? No, I think Foden should be lower. Basically, my idea is if Mason Mount is 83, Phil Foden should be 83 or less. That is my logic. And change to 1 minute subscribe time. How do I do that? There we are. Let's have a look. Oh, I've gone off it. There we are. Sorted. Thank you, Joshua. Yeah, bring on Watkins. Right, takeaway time. Josh is off for his takeaway. Lovely stuff. Sorry, but Foden is better than Mount. But the thing is, Oliver, I think he's a better talent, like overall. Like if you were to have him in your team, I think he'd be fantastic, Phil Foden, and I think he's a better player overall. But off last season, Mason Mount had a better last season. And Phil Foden just didn't play enough to justify that. Like if you look, there's a video I've done actually of Grealish, Maddison, and Foden. You look at the minutes played, and Phil Foden's is so far down. And it's mental to me that people can actually justify like that as an 84. I think because of the lack of game time and the Pep roulette, as my brother likes to call it, like FPL fans will know this, because of the Pep roulette, it makes it awful. It makes it awful to, number one, pick FPL, but I don't think he should be 84. I think he should be, I don't know, I just think Mason Mount had a better season. I think Grealish had a better season, and Grealish should be higher. I think Grealish should be higher than Foden, and that's my opinion, but there we are. And Shah is back in the chat as well. I'm all right, Shah. How are you doing, mate? It's funny how Arteta got manager of the month. It is, and he was probably the worst manager in the first month as well. Here's Saka down the right-hand side. Saka pulls it back into Jay Lings, back into Saka. Oh. Just overhit the pass there, Jesse Lingard, and it's gone straight into the goalkeeper. Just overhit it, though. Grealish wasn't better than Foden last season. Oof. That is a big call. I think Grealish was much better than Foden last season. My question is, Phil Foden, if he's not in that Man City side, which is almighty, will he still perform? Because he has Kevin De Bruyne, he has Gundogan, he has Bernardo, he has Riyad Mahrez, he has all these top players around him all the time, no matter what. Grealish can do it without him. Mason Mount can do it without him. All I'm saying. Here's John Stones taking the ball out. 8 minutes played. 8 minutes on the clock, ladies and gents. 8 minutes on the clock. The whole Chelsea team got done dirty, especially Rudiger, James, and Mendy. Yeah, that's a whole new conversation, isn't it, Venuk? I don't know what they even thought with the Chelsea team. Sorry, because Chelsea they won the Champions League. I don't know why I'm saying because they did win the Champions League. They not convincingly, but they won the Champions League, and that's the main part. And Shah, I am in my new studio flat. Yes, I've moved into a place in Huddersfield now, so I've got my own place. No dogs barking, no cats meowing. Well, not yet anyway. Another ball looking over the top. England are really, in these sort of opening minutes, trying to carve apart Andorra. I think they want to get ahead nice and early, England do, because the longer it's you stay at 0-0, you stay at 1-0, then the longer Andorra are in this game, and the longer that goes on, the more and more they believe. And there's always the opportunity that if they stay in a game for 60, 70 minutes and it's still 0-0, that Andorra can nick it, because all it takes is one opportunity. But Sam, there had to be half a good season with Frank Lampard. They were rubbish. Yeah, but they weren't rubbish under Frank Lampard. You do forget we were top of the league under Frank Lampard as well at one point. So we weren't rubbish under Lampard. I just think especially Mason Mount, who was in team of the season last year, Phil Foden wasn't even in team of the season. There you are. That speaks volumes, doesn't it? That speaks volumes. Admittedly, it is EA Sports' team of the season, but there we are. Imagine seeing Tammy, Mount, Lampard in the same team. Sam's life would be complete. It would, Oliver. It would. Lampard is an awful coach. I think he got the Chelsea job too early, but who knows? We're not on about Chelsea tonight. We're on about England, and 5 years for Gareth Southgate at the helm. If you had to rate Frank Lampard, you've got him in my head now. Stop it. I finally got him out of my head. James Ward-Prowse looking for the feet of Tammy there. Just slightly on the wrong wavelength there. What was I saying? Gareth Southgate. If you had to rate Gareth Southgate out of 10, the job that he's done at England so far in the last 5 years, what would you rate him? So he came in, didn't he, after Euro 2016? And let's think about that. We finished, third in the Nations League. We finished fourth in the World Cup. And we finished second in, oh my God, what a ball that is. Jadon Sancho. Oh, he's missed that touch there, Jadon Sancho has. What an awful attempt to bring the ball down. Here's Sancho, though. He's still got the ball. Sancho looks to whip it in, looking towards Tammy. Oh, it's just hit Tammy. Can it fall to Saka? No. And it's cleared by the Andorran defenders. Road to 20 likes. Come on, everyone. Exactly. If you haven't already, smash that like button. That would be fantastic. And if you do have a Twitch account, go over and watch us on Twitch. We have 3 viewers on Twitch, which is absolutely fantastic. So if you could drop me a follow over there as well, that would be fantastic. Oliver is going for an 8, maybe a 7 of the Euros. 7.5. Whoa, Oliver, you're harsh. You are very harsh. I don't know many England managers that have given us back-to-back semi-finals, but very, very harsh. Nobody's talking to Fraser over there. Come on, everyone. Go over to Fraser on Twitch. But make sure there's enough people on YouTube as well. Here's Kieran Trippier. Trippier into Saka. Saka rolls it back into Phil Foden. Phil Foden looks for a lovely ball. He's picked it out as well, and that's a header from Ben Chilwell, of all people. He's copying Marcus Alonso there. He was sort of in a centre-forward position there, gets his head on it, and that's a lovely ball from Phil Foden. Ben Chilwell, just the wrong person. Swap Ben Chilwell and Tammy Abraham around there. And if I'm honest with you, I think that goes in the back of the net there. And that would have been 1-0 to England. But creating chances, Benchwell as well. For God's sake, is what Oliver has coined Ben Chilwell, Benchwell, for this evening. And Sam, I'm going to be honest, I CBA with the international break. The international break's a difficult one. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the international break. I am, but I'm not at the same time. Like, it's really strange. Like, I do love the international break. I love supporting England, but it does feel like it breaks up the just the flow of the Premier League so much, and it's annoying. You finally get sort of a few games in a row, and you're like, oh, Champions League back, everything, and then all of a sudden, nope, we're back playing in the internationals. But you don't really, especially the fact is, we don't really get a sense of how good England are. Here's Jadon Sancho looking to put another cross in. That was looking for Jesse Lingard, and it's headed out for a corner. Andorra holding firm after 14 minutes played. Andorra getting battered everywhere they go. Yes, they are, but we've got to give them sympathy. We've got to give them sympathy. They're here and they're playing, so we can't actually ask much more from that from Andorra. At least they turn up and they play. If it's Euros and World Cups, it's amazing. But as CBA, these qualifiers games ruins the Premier League schedule. Have to wait another week now. Oh, corner crossed in. Oh my gosh, the keepers had to push that away. I'll get back to what Shah was saying there. Andorra might be able to. No, they won't, because there's no one up front. They had all the men in the box there for that corner. That's how serious Andorra are about defending. Yeah, I agree with you there, Shah, if I'm brutally honest with you. It is frustrating, isn't it? It really is. I love watching England play when it's Euros and stuff, but I guess you've got to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you? You've got to take these boring games, because if we didn't have, the boring games in the qualifiers where not a lot happens, then we wouldn't get those awesome nights like the nights against Germany, the nights against Denmark, the nights against pretty much anyone, who we beat in the last few tournaments. We don't get that, do we? If we don't play these games, and it's only fair. Like I say, you got to take the rough with the smooth. You don't get to see United drop points in the international break. Exactly, Oliver. Exactly. That's all we live for, isn't it? Jadon Sancho, though, flies by his marker there. Jadon Sancho does look lively, but against competition of this quality, he should be flying by people. Jadon Sancho, he really should. This game is too big for Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho should be one of the players that is being rested tonight, like a Raheem Sterling, like a Harry Kane, like someone like that who is in the first team, but he's just not. He's just not. James Ward-Prowse on the corner, though. Ward-Prowse looking for Tammy Abraham, cleared at the front post again. Falls as far as Kieran Trippier. Rolls it into Ben Chilwell on this left-hand side. Ben Chilwell back to Kieran Trippier. England just looking to recover the ball, move it back around again. Phil Foden glides by his player there. Phil Foden, very, very one-footed, isn't he? Always likes it on his left foot. Ward-Prowse into, I think that's Sancho. For some reason, this camera's really far out. I've just noticed that. It's really far out to try and see Sancho's corner up there. Foden. John Stones with a little bit of space. Looks to roll it wider into Trippier. Trippier. Oh, England are slowly testing and probing and trying to find the gaps here. Foden sees another good run again. That's a lovely ball. Can Sancho finish it this time? Rolls it back. Ben Chilwell, 1-0. And the linesman's given offside. The lineswoman, sorry. Oh, my gosh. That'd have been such a lovely goal. It's that ball again, though, from Phil Foden over the top. Phil Foden, Sancho's onside. Oh, that's annoying. We won't have VAR tonight, but Sancho is onside there, and Ben Chilwell could have got, I think that's his first goal for England, or it would have been the first goal for England. Oh, there is VAR, so it should be a goal. It should be a goal. If there's VAR in that should be a goal. 100%, that is a goal. It's as the player moves backward, like to defend the ball backwards, Sancho is moving at the same rate, and it's literally exactly on line. I would be very surprised if this isn't given as a goal. I would be really confident and change the overlay to 1-0 England, but I know what VAR is like. VAR is just so typical, isn't it? Whatever floats your boat, Shah. Whatever floats your boat. Gosh, taking a while to decide this, isn't she? Come on, VAR official. Come on, ref. God, this anticipation's absolutely killing me. And they've given it. They have given it. So I didn't have to be as worried. Ben Chilwell grabs himself a goal, gets himself on the score sheet. A lovely bit of play by England. A lovely, lovely bit of play by England there. Let me update all the graphics and everything. That is England 1. Andorra 0. It's taken, 15, 16 minutes? And a lovely ball from Phil Foden. Good touch by Sancho with his back to goal. Rolls it back to Chilwell. Chilwell, the way he hits that, he's almost like he's just playing in the park with his mate and just, playing heads and V's, just tap it past the goalkeeper. And he has scored. And that is England 1, Andorra 0. What minute are we saying that actually was? I'm going to go with 16th. I feel like that was about the time when he scored. 1 goal in 3 matches for Ben Chilwell, the most useless stat ever. Right, let me change the big one as well now. The right decision was made eventually. It took a while, didn't it? It did take a while. Oh, my series come on. There we are. Oh, I just changed it to 11-0 accidentally. Maybe that'll be the end score. We can only hope. We can only hope. Export. Quick export. There we go. We are back underway, though. And England are 1-0 up. Let's have a look at that. Let's see what the response is from Andorra. With a good response, they could be, they're not going to be back in the game. But with a good response, 1-0 isn't the end of the world. If they, all it takes is one mistake from England, and obviously this isn't England's strongest team, stuff like that. It is more than possible. It is more than possible. And if they can hang on in for as long as possible, they could get themselves a goal. And I'm being optimistic for Andorra here. Obviously, we have to be optimistic because Andorra aren't on the same level, same caliber. They don't have as many people to choose from as England do. But defensively they've looked okay. But that ball from Phil Foden has looked on all the time, and he's done it twice. And they didn't learn from the first occasion, and that's why we had the second occasion. Then wasn't it? Really, that is why we had the second occasion. Where are we? Overlays. Oh, gosh. Hallelujah. Right, nearly done. Yeah, there we are. 1-0 England. 17th minute, Sam. Oh, I am sorry, Shah. Let me change that for you. Oh, God. There we are. You happy now, Shah? You happy now? Max is in the chat. Afternoon, Max. New area. Yes, I'm in my new flat, Max. Which is lovely little setup, and got a bit more room, and fortunately nice and quiet for me as well, so don't have to worry about anyone making any noise. Andorra, though, have got a free kick, not in an overly promising position, but looks like one that will be curled in. Number 21 was over that. Bit of a waste there, in my opinion, but yeah, a bit of a waste. They tried something from the training ground, and maybe they should have just opted for a good ball in, try get the big men up for them back, and try header it clear. But England, Sam Johnston specifically, very, very easy for him to defend against, and very easy for him to catch. And my bad, Sam making you work. Exactly, it's a weekend. It's a weekend, Cher. It's a weekend. Here's Phil Foden. Foden dropping his shoulder yet again. Lovely bit of movement. Sancho looking for Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell is so advanced in this England side. He, like I said earlier, he's popping up in these centre-forward positions. How far away from the Huddersfield ground are you? I am not that far. I was closer to the Leeds ground when I was at when I was in Leeds. The Huddersfield ground is like a mile away. It's not far, walkable. And the Leeds one, I was literally round the corner from. So there you are. Sam, what's the minute? The minute is the 22nd. Oh, header from Tammy Abraham. Can he get it back down? Good save by the keeper. It's been a pinball in the box and defended by Andorra. Hoofed clear in the end. And Phil Foden's managed to flick it back. Huddersfield vlog. Well, me and Josh might have to work on one of them. There's been a little bit of a talk about that. A little bit of a talk. Huddersfield Town away. Yummy. Glass of juice. God, how old am I? 5. Sancho yet again. Foden really seems to be getting on the ball here. Just as I've said that I don't think he's as good as Mason Mount. Sam, why do you have Lloris in goal in FPL? He was doing well at the beginning, Venuk. Don't blame me. Blame Spurs for being rubbish. 24th minute for you. Yeah, I'm just slightly behind, Max. It's because it's not plugged into the antenna. I have to watch everything on like the internet rather than on the antenna. So I'm on my Amazon Fire Stick. That's a lovely header from Tammy Abraham. Good save by the keeper. Bit of a parry. Maybe should have caught that. I'm no goalkeeping expert. I know that, but he should have. I think he maybe should have caught that. The Andorran goalkeeper, but it didn't end up in a goal, so can't really complain. Garcia has gone down for Andorra. And Max won 12-2 today. Congratulations, Max. Max, well done. Sam, do you like my nan? The goalkeeper for AC Milan? Yeah, it's a good goalkeeper, my nan. Now that I am set up in this sort of location, obviously it's not the most ideal because you can just see the entirety of the flat. But because I am keeping everything nice and tidy for the time being, I've only been here one day. But it does mean that I can do live streams as much as possible. So I'm probably going to look to try do 2 a week. And if you would like that, then like I said, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe. We'll keep the growth going, push us up towards that 500 mark. Hashtag stop Josh Ring. We'll try overtake him. Halftime show. We've got guest the player for the halftime show today. Oh, another corner. Defended again by Andorra. Andorra, they look like they know what they're doing from corners. They do look like they know what they're doing from corners. Very well drilled. A lot of teams will look to expose them from corners, but they look very, very well drilled, I must say. Let me know as well, guys, if the sound quality is okay. And Shah's back on the dislikes again. Can't blame you, Shah. Can't blame you. Sam, did you like my Chelsea kit? Yes, of course I did, Max. It looked great. I've got my Chelsea kit somewhere, but international break, isn't it? Yay! Maybe I'll get it out. Maybe I'll get it out. England with another free kick in an advanced position here. Is it a free kick or is it a corner? It's a corner. My bad. England already onto 5 corners in 26 minutes played. Sam, you should buy a mount kit. I've already got a mount kit, Oliver. So there you are. James Ward-Prowse, another corner. Can he get it right this time? Looks for Tammy Abraham, falls at the front post, but comes back out to Trippier. Trippier, I paused then because I didn't know where it was going. Tammy Abraham with a lovely touchdown, manages to get away from the Andorran defender, but the Andorran defender manages to get himself back in. It was a good touch from Tammy. And then the defender, he goes to shoulder barge Tammy, and he just moves himself out the way, moves his lanky self out the way, Tammy Abraham there. And Kante, the smiley guy. Sam, remember when with goalie gloves? Shah, you are driving me crazy. Rolled back to Saka. Oh, blocked again by Andorra. Andorra do look solid. And then I thought they were on for a counter-attack there. Just that final pass. England are too well drilled for them at the minute. And buy a Kante kit. Maybe I'll buy a Kante kit. I like N'Golo Kante. I think we all do, don't we? What a lovely guy. Here's Phil Foden driving. He does like that left foot. He's been absolutely pushed over there. The Andorran defender's getting fed up of Phil Foden and his light footwork and his trickery. Sorry, Sam, just being myself. I know, Shah. I know. Here's Trippier. Trippier looks in behind there again for Saka. That ball over the top is always on for England. Always on. Another lovely ball over the top. Sancho's starting to whip out a bit of trickery as well. The party hats are coming on, by the looks of things. Exactly, Max. Hopefully that's not to me as well. Hopefully the sleeping emojis aren't to me. But if they are, I do apologise. All right, there we are. Let me turn down my sound. So if I get another notification, it won't come through my laptop. Andorra, they just sort of have glimpses of like doing something all right. Like they play like 2 passes, and you're like, actually, they can move a ball all right. And then just the 3rd pass is awful. Not to you, never. Thank you. Sam, top 5 people: Mount, Lampard, Abraham, Terry, Chalobah. Yeah, that sounds about it. There we are, Oliver. Star of the week goes to you, Oliver. That is probably my top 5 people to do with Chelsea. This is dead reference to this stupid England game. YouTube. That's weird. 30 minutes in, Andorra are making a change. And it looks like it's Garcia from that knock earlier on. I did say that he'd gone down, looking like he'd hurt himself from a tackle on Jesse Lingard, and he is going to come off. Just under half an hour played, and Garcia's come off for Lima, who is on the thumbnail for tonight. Sam is always bamboozled at stuff. I am. Sam, start 1, drop 1, bench 1. Sterling, Mane, Lukaku. What on earth is that? What on earth start 1, drop 1, bench 1 is that? They all play in different positions, yeah. Give me a good one. They're all in different positions. I play them all at the same time and they're still all fit in the team. I feel like Sam is the only fan that doesn't have an agenda just to love Kante every day. I feel like I maybe underappreciate N'Golo Kante's smiliness. Maybe that's what it is, because I get to use it. I get to see it all the time as a Chelsea fan. It was his hamstring, I heard the commentator say. And Shah's coming up with a better one for me. 30 minutes played, 1 substitution. That is it. And a lovely goal for Ben Chilwell as well. And if you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe. And if you are on YouTube, go over to Twitch, go say hi over there, join Fraser in the chat over there, and we'll have a bit of fun. Won't we? And I'll get my Twitch set up properly this week and sorted properly, as my ITV just cuts out for no reason there. Kiss, marry, kill, Mount, Terry, and Lampard. I can't do that, Oliver. Tear me apart, that will. Tear me apart. Start 1, drop 1, bench 1. Start 1, drop 1. Start 1, bench 1. Sell 1. Mount, Lampard, Terry. Oh, Oliver, that is awfully hard for me. That is awfully hard for me. We've got a club legend and club captain, and probably one of our biggest legends in John Terry, the man who has scored the most ever goals for Chelsea, in Frank Lampard, and a club legend and former manager, and then Mason Mount. I mean, I guess I'd have to say sell Mason Mount, and that is the only occasion I would sell Mason Mount. Only occasion. I don't want anyone clipping that out of context. Calvert-Lewin, Lukaku, Pukki, start Lukaku. Yeah, start Lukaku. Bench Calvert-Lewin. The point is you do the same position. Exactly, Max. Max knows. Sell Terry. Oof. Not our best ever defender. He's slow. I mean... But he was a very, very good player. Ben Chilwell. Here's Jadon Sancho. I want to see more from Jadon Sancho. I said that earlier on. I still want to see more from him. This should be the Jadon Sancho show tonight. It should be. He is... Sharp, but Sam hates Mount. No, don't start with the hating Mount agenda. Saka's fouled there. Worst Chelsea player of all time? Oof. I can't even think. I feel like everyone just fades out of sort of existence. You know what I mean? Like if they're that bad, they sort of fade out. I need to think about that one, Max. That's a really good question. Start one, bench one, sell one. Chalobah. Is that another corner for England? No, it's gone out for a goal kick. Chalobah, Gallagher, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I would sell Ruben Loftus-Cheek just because he's the oldest out of them. And I would start Gallagher. There we are. Worst Chelsea player? Gosh, you've got me with that one, Max. You've got me with that one. I can't even think of anyone who's been that bad. Obviously, some of our strikers have been bad. Oh, Alexandra Pato, he was bad. He barely even played. I think he played twice. What a stat that was by the commentator there. Jadon Sancho's first assist since his transfer to Manchester United. Not good for Jadon Sancho. Not good for Jadon Sancho. It shows he's taken a little bit of time to adapt. A little bit of time. I don't think we quite expected Jadon Sancho to take that much time to adapt, if I'm honest with you. But he is adapting. Hopefully he'll adapt a little bit quicker in the next few weeks and won't take a full season like Timo. Sign Salah or Rice? Mo Salah, definitely. Sam, I know one. Drogba, Lukaku, Costa. That is a good one. Sam loves Rice. I do love Rice. I do love Declan Rice. He's awesome. But then he is Mason Mount's best friend. So again, slight bias on this one. Andorra have another free kick. And I wonder if they're actually going to put the ball in the box this time. That to me would make sense. They've got Lima on. They've got the big boy up from the back. He's in the box being marked closely by Jesse Lingard because that's what you do when you've got a 6'4" defender to bring on. You mark him with Jesse Lingard. Here we go. Is this going to be better from Andorra? Half decent ball in. That's all they need. Lima goes down. Defended there by John Stones, and James Ward-Prowse prevents it from being a corner, and it is a throw-in deep in the England half, though, so England cannot switch off. Lukaku, Drogba, Costa. I would say, obviously, on the time at Chelsea, it would be drop Lukaku. Bench Costa, start Drogba, but swap Costa and Lukaku round over their careers. Sam, my granddad supported Chelsea before I was born. I want to ask, who is Zola? Apparently he used to play for Chelsea. Is that a genuine question? You don't know who Gianfranco Zola is? Chilwell with the ball in, looking for Jesse Lingard, falls out towards Trippier. Trippier drills it in, blocked. You don't know who Zola is, Franco Zola. Is that a genuine question, Shab, or are you having me on? I genuinely can't tell. Chelsea is the colour, football is the team, exactly. Something along those lines, Max. Yeah, that's the right spirit. That's the right spirit. Samuel likes Sancho as he supports Chelsea. Who's Zola? Right, you've got to be having me on now. You've got to be having me on now. Ward-Prowse on another corner. Again, they're really putting the corners on the goalkeeper tonight, testing it. And so far, he's been up to the test. No, I read this as no, I definitely don't know who Zola is. Or no, I definitely don't know who Zola is. And one way comes out really sarcastic, and the other one is, I don't know. You are younger than me. Sam hates Wayne Bridges. Terry took his wife. Ex-wife. I'd like to point that one out. Ex-wife. I tell you what, though, the Andorran goalkeeper tonight, I just started the thought, I might as well finish it. The Andorran goalkeeper tonight has dealt with everything crosswise that England have chucked at him. And England's technique by corners, looking at corners. Oh, lovely bit of play there. But a bit of a poor touch from Saka there means Andorra can recover. Yeah, the corner technique seems to be put it on the keeper, put him under a bit of pressure, and he seems to be dealing with it very, very well at the moment, the Andorran keeper. So I think England need to switch it up, maybe try actually aim for one of our own players. Max is saying that it's a dreadful game. I do agree with that, Max. I don't think it's been great. This hasn't been a top-notch England performance, but we're ahead and we can't really moan. But like I said at the beginning, like I've said a couple of times, we cannot just sit back, because if they get a goal, Andorra, if they get a goal, then anything can happen. And England really need to put the pressure on in the next couple of minutes. Here is Trippier, back into Saka. Trippier again. John Stones into Phil Foden. Phil Foden back into Stones. Stones back into Foden, taking their time. Foden, lovely ball into Saka. That ball over the top again, and it is 2-0. Saka looks to the lineswoman, lines lady, the linesman, the lines person. Looks to them, but he is onside. That is political correctness at its finest there from me. And that is 2-0 to England. Oh, what a brilliant goal, says Oliver. It is that ball again from Phil Foden over the top. Picks out Bukayo Saka. And Saka, the keeper should do better. I think the keeper will be annoyed at himself there. He's flopped to the floor a little bit too easily for my liking. And I think he'll be disappointed. I know, obviously, the standard of football isn't as high, but I do think this keeper will be annoyed. He's had a pretty decent game so far. A pretty decent game, the Andorran goalkeeper. But that's not one for his collection. That is not one for his collection today. So it is Saka, though, who has scored. And that is the 40th minute that has gone in. So that is 2-0 to England. And that is more comfortable. It's still not been great, though, from England. I want England to come out and absolutely batter Andorra, and I think that's maybe the problem. I think we almost put too higher expectation on England just to batter Andorra. And a lot of the time, it doesn't work out like that, as we are seeing tonight. I'm just going to change the font colour of that to make it a bit easier seen. For those, if there is anyone who is visually challenged, if that is the correct phrase to use, I apologise if it isn't. Export as PNG. We'll get this all sorted up for you guys, and you should be able to see the score at the top a lot better. There's a little bit of argy-bargy going on here. A little bit of argy-bargy. Referees keeping a hold of it, though. Trippier and John Stones getting involved with Christian. Not just Christian from down the pub, the Andorran footballer Christian. And it is a yellow card apiece for Christian and Mr. John Stones. And 41 minutes played here, though. There we are. And we'll just change this as well. Oops, wrong one. Yellow card apiece, I think that's fair. Bit of argy-bargy, nothing too much in it. Just calm the game down again. Lovely touch from Tammy Abraham. Plucked that one out of the sky, but couldn't quite regain it after that first touch. There we are, 2-0. Couldn't quite regain it. I think he'll be annoyed, actually, there, Tammy. I think he will, you know. What have I managed to do here? Why is the text slightly lower? Oh, God, that's annoying. Might be worth England scoring a few goals tonight just to, and I don't know the best way to say this, but to stat pad, just to make sure that England do go through, and if there is a problem against the likes of Albania or Poland or Hungary, because we saw, oh my God, Sam Johnston, that was a poor touch. He was a lot calmer than I was there, Sam Johnston. Oh my gosh, he was a lot calmer than I was. That was a dodgy touch from Sam Johnston. Literally rolled across the line there. Very, very, very lucky there from Sam Johnston. Right, that should be better. Is that better? Is it going to load? There we are. That's better. There we are. I don't accept your apology, Sam. Oliver's 6-0 is still on. Sam, I'll take over your TikTok and make it great again. Yeah, I do need to start doing that again. Maybe we can upload a few clips on there. Foden no-look pass is magnificent. My 3-0 is on, says Shah. And leave it like that. Looks nice, Sam. Yeah, I was just moving the text, but that should be better for anyone who maybe is, I don't know the phrase, partially sighted. That's the phrase. Because I know at work we have to do it like that. We have to put it in black rather than a stroke because it's harder to see. But there we are. That should be better. Should be nice and easy for everyone to see there. About 30 seconds away from halftime, guys. We have got a game of Guess the Player for halftime. So be sure to stay tuned. I'll keep you entertained over the halftime show. A little bit of halftime analysis as well, looking at this England setup. James Ward-Prowse. Can England get a third, though? Here's Phil Foden. Foden glides past a couple of players, glides past another. Here's Ben Chilwell. Chilwell into the feet of Jadon Sancho. Sancho skips by a couple, but turns back on himself yet again. I don't know where Sancho's going with this one. Defended well by Andorra. Very, very well. Sam, do you like Young? As in Ashley Young? I don't know. Yeah, it is how Sam says your name, the way you say it. Yeah, I don't know if it is. I just say Shah. I feel like that is the correct way. I don't know what else it would be, but I also feel bad if I've called Shah for ages and it'd be wrong. Jadon Sancho's also just picked up a booking there for his part in the bit of a tangle there, and bit of argy-bargy again going on, and I'm not sure that's a yellow card. I'm not sure. Bit harsh on Jadon Sancho, bit harsh. Here's Tammy Abraham. Battling really hard. He's using his long legs to good example there. I don't know what it is about Tammy Abraham. He's really technically gifted, but because his legs are that long, he looks like a daddy long legs trying to play football sometimes. He just looks like he has no control over his legs, but it just seems to work for him. And that was another occasion there. I hope Tammy can get himself on the goal sheet, on the score sheet tonight. Do you support Tottenham? Shah supports Manchester United. I have an extended name, but it's hard for anyone to say because everyone around me says oh God, Shawaz. And I get embarrassed, so... Is it like if someone was to call, I don't know. I can't think of a name that gets lengthened or has a lengthening of a name. I would say Sam to Samuel, but I'm not Samuel. I'm just the Sam. Is it like someone called Danny being called Daniel, like that shit? Exactly my point, Sam. I know. I just proved. I just proved your point. I did. Oh God. Yeah, Shah's much easier to say. Thank you. It's nice that you guys all have nice and easy names to pronounce, and I don't have to pronounce Shah's full name all the time. Oh, Andorra player there, skipping by Ben Chilwell. Oh, and he's lost the ball again there. And he's then fouled Jadon Sancho in the process. He has a bit of a gob off with Jadon Sancho. And that is half-time. And the referee's now just talking to Phil Foden because when the half-time whistle went, Phil Foden kicked the ball away. I'm not quite sure why she's having a chat with him, but There's a little bit of argy-bargy going on down the tunnel there. Someone get a camera down there. I want to see what's going on. Jadon Sancho was in the thick of that. But that seems to be it. It seems to have settled down. Oh. Yes, halftime show now. Exactly. Do you like being called Sammy? I mean, I feel like a child when people call me Sammy. It's like either people who are much older than me call me Sammy, or people who are much younger than me. For example, my mum's godchildren, they call me Sammy, and my brother calls me Sammy. But it's weird. I say much older. My brother's only 3 years older than me, but you know what I mean. Someone who's like feels older than me. I don't know how to describe it. But anyway, halftime show, less about me being called Sammy. It is England 2, Andorra 0. Batman says, do you do football news on your channel or just live stream? So, very, very good question, actually, Batman. I love the fact that your name is Batman, because some of the sentences that come out of my mouth are just sentences I never thought I would say. But over the next week, I'm going to try and get myself, over the next few weeks, should I say, be a little bit more pessimistic. Pessimistic? Yeah, a little bit more pessimistic, Batman. I'm going to start and try bring a few more series into it. And I will start to do a little bit more sort of reactions to football news, talking about hot topics like I used to. Because if you look through my channel, there is a bit more. Oh, God, no, I prefer Sam. Exactly, Shah, so do I. So that is the plan, Batman. So be sure to stick around. I know you are a subscriber to the channel, and I thank you, and I thank the rest of you guys for that. But we will try and get some more regular videos. And the best way you guys can tell me if you like the videos is not only smashing that like button, but by watching the video the full way through. That means the world. And Max saying thoughts on Newcastle, Sammy. Well, you'll have to wait until there are rumours of a quick, nice video returning on a Tuesday. Maybe rumours coming around. But here we go. So weird saying Batman, who do you support? Yes, exactly. Batman, who do you support? And we will move on. Halftime game. It is Guess the Player. For those who haven't been around long enough to see Guess the Player in action. As you can see, we can't play No Way Jose tonight. No Jake, no Josh, no Jordan. I need friends that names don't begin with J. But it is the halftime show. Tonight is Guess the Player. Guess the Player. Basically, what I do is I give you 3 clues. And I guess what we can say is you get 3 points if you get it off the first clue. You get 1 point if you get it off the last clue. So that's what we've got to do. And you get 1 guess for the first, we all give off 1 guess. And then whilst, say, for example, there's Max, Fraser, Oliver, Batman, Shah. If you 5 all guess and you come through, you put your guesses in, and then no one's got it, we'll just keep going until, we've sort of got a few names chucked out there, a few ideas. I think that makes sense, but obviously if you get it with your first guess, that is the ideal thing. Chat, you need to let me know when you are ready, and I will get set up for the halftime game. So we are playing Guess the Player. I think that made sense. Max is ready. Of course, Max is ready. Batman supports Chelsea. Who knew Batman supported Chelsea? Shah is ready as well. So I'm going to take Shah and Max as the whole of the crew. And we need a cool SRL gang name. I'll let Shah work on that one as well. And also, Shah, you said you were going to do the... excuse me, hiccuping. You said you were going to do the overlay, but you haven't done anything unless you just forgot about it. Anyway, the first clue for the first player on Guess the Player is I am taller than 6 feet tall. So there is your first guess. As always, the first clue is very vague, and that's so I don't just go, I am considered the greatest footballer of all time, and you all go, Lionel Messi, because that wouldn't be a fun game, would it? That would just be a quiz. But there we are. I am taller than 6 feet tall, a very vague one. SRL is the best. Thank you, Fraser. Thank you. And, oh, yeah, I forgot I had school. I thought you would have done Peter Crouch. Fraser's gone massive. He's seen 6 foot and gone 7. I raise you 6'11". Well, that can be anyone. Exactly, Oliver. It can't be anyone. It can't be Messi and it can't be Insigne. Donnarumma, says Max. Good shout. Andy Carroll. Lionel Messi, says shout, of course. Donnarumma, Peter Crouch, Cristiano Ronaldo. He is 6'1". Yes, he does count. Fraser. Are you 6 foot? I can't imagine you 6 foot. I don't know how old you are, Fraser. I know Max is like 10. Fraser, I'm going to say your maximum of, well, Shah's, I think, the oldest. So I'm going to say about 13. And if you're 6 foot or 13, that would be impressive. I'm not even 6 foot, I know. Right, guys, keep piling some more players in. Who else is over 6 feet tall? Otherwise, I'll have to give you a hand to name some 6 feet tall players, because at the minute we've got Peter Crouch, Donnarumma, and Ronaldo, and Max has put Shah, but I'm assuming he's laughing. Tammy Abraham. That's another player over 6 foot. I'm like 5'5". Fair enough. Van Dijk, another one. Harry Kane, I believe he's 6 foot tall. He probably is. He's a relatively tall guy. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, another good shout. Oliver coming up big here with a few key ideas. Zlatan, another one. Yes, another player, almost iconically known for his height, isn't he? Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Edouard apparently is as well. Josh Wilkinson is... Which Josh? Josh Wilkinson or Josh Ring, Max? Right, there we are. So, and... here we go. Active Aaron is in here as well. Aaron's in here as well. Lovely to see you, Aaron. We've got Nick Pope as well. My Nan. There we are. Shah's Nan. And 1-0 Switzerland, half-time down to 10 men. Oh, you're having a mare, Josh. You are having a mare. We'll move on to the next one. You guys have had enough time. I am a goalkeeper, which does not narrow this down whatsoever. Most goalkeepers are taller than 6 feet tall. I have noticed that now. But that does not narrow it down whatsoever. But it could be my Nan. It could, I need to call him his actual name. My Nan. It could be Nick Pope. It could be Donnarumma. Havertz, Sam Vokes, Donnarumma, Pope. 6 feet tall and super strong. We always get along. What are you doing? We're playing Guess the Game? Guess the Game. Guess the player for the halftime show, Jay. We are playing that, and so the 2 clues for this first player is I am taller than 6 feet tall, and the second clue is I am a goalkeeper. There you are. It could be my first guess, says Max. I can't remember what Max is. Emmy Martinez, Sam Johnston, Joe Hart, Johnson. We want Noe Jose. I don't have a guess. It wouldn't work. Kepper, Petr Cech, David De Gea, Schmeichel. How old is Wilco? I think he's 14, aren't you, Wilco? It's Donnarumma, Mbappe. Oliver's gone. He's got distracted. We'll move on. Oliver's got distracted. So we've had a lot of good shouts here. Good shouts here. And the final one is I have been nominated for this year's Ballon d'Or. So who knows their Ballon d'Or nominees? Who knows their Carlo Cudicini? Yes, he's in this year's Ballon d'Or, Aaron. Joking. He saw that one afterwards. And Shah is correct. And I think someone guessed that first go. Was that Max who guessed that first go? I think it was Max? It was Max. Congratulations, Max. You gain all 3 points there. You are the first person as well to have said Donnarumma. Shah also said Donnarumma. So I'm going to give Shah the benefit of the doubt. Because he was just slightly after just slightly, and there's your confirmation for you, Max. I know Shah was just slightly afterwards, but I don't know if he copied him. But Edison as well. Donnarumma, I said first here on Twitch, so I win. You're the only one on Twitch. That doesn't count. My first guess as well. Exactly, Max. Give that one to Max. What a good sport, Shah. Donnarumma's a CDM. Shah being a good sport as well. We love to see that, Shah. Love to see it. Congratulations to Max for winning the first round. And we'll move on to the second round. And this one is an England-based one. So here we go. So the first clue for, ladies and gents, is I made my England debut in 2017. Who could that be? making their debut in 2017. Saudi Mags to sign him. Saudi Magpies. Get this on your TikTok. Max wants to flex on TikTok. Jack Cork, Rashford, Jake Livermore. Jake Livermore made his debut in like 2013. I googled him the other day actually. Me and one of my mates were talking about him. Don't know how we came up in conversation, but the Ox Walcott made that way before that. Made his debut. Walcott made his debut in 2006. Oliver Maguire, that's a better shout. Lingard, again a better shout. Dele Alli, forgotten man, really, isn't he? Dele Alli, forgotten man. Jack Rodwell, I think he was a bit before that. Good question, that one. Actually, Aaron, let me check that one. Jack Rodwell, another forgotten man. I don't even know where he's at now. Is he just retired? Jack Rodwell made his England debut in 2011. Oh, he's not attached to a club anymore. There you are. He is not attached to a club. He got relegated to League One, I believe, with Sunderland. But anyway, off that tangent, Tammy Abraham says Shah, Stones, Trippier, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Luke Shaw, Loftus-Cheek again. Loftus-Cheek is a popular one. Hudson-Odoi, another good guess. Got plenty of good guesses coming in. We'll move on to the next one. You guys seem to be on the ball with this one. Seem to be on the ball a little bit with this one. This player is a player who has played with John Terry and under John Terry when he was assistant coach. So that narrows it down again. Who has played with John Terry and under John Terry? Let's have a think. I'll let you guys have a think about that. Tyrone Mings, good shout. Very, very good shout. Joe Gomez. Donna Genus, not retired, but might as well be, lol. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a little bit disrespectful to Jermaine Genus, Aaron. A little bit disrespectful. Maguire. Ricky Lambert. Yeah, Jermaine Genus wasn't that bad. New comments. Cahill. Ooh, good shout, that one. Mings. I don't know. Esri Konsa. I got Mings first. Cahill, Esri Konsa, Courtney Hauser. People looking at the Abraham there from Max, looking at this Aston Villa link here. Don't know. It's Mings. I got it first, I bet. I don't know. Shah doesn't know. We'll move on to the final one. We will move on to the final one. And this should give it away for you all, guys. Is it Mings? Is it Konsa? Is it Jack Grealish? Who is it? This one will give it away for you. I moved to Italy this season to sign for Roma. And whilst you guys put the correct answer in, I think we have another winner from the first round. And Shah's just put it here. And I think, Shah, you have got it first round both times. Because if I can find your comment, Tammy Abraham, first round, Shah is on fire. Absolutely on fire tonight, Shah. Absolutely on fire tonight. On fire. Congratulations, Shah, for a massive, massive dub. I got it first. How did you get it first, Oliver? I don't even think you said Tammy Abraham. It was Shah. I'm pretty certain it was Shah. I've literally just looked through the comments. Shah got it in the first round. And the players are coming back out, so we won't have time for another one, guys. We won't have time for another one. But congratulations to Shah, because apparently Shah is on form tonight. Maybe we need a Team of the Week Shah card. Max and Shah just swapping around. They're just being nice, aren't they? They're just sharing the spoils between the two of them. Congratulations to you two. I was second, made me sad. Please, Sam, well, we haven't got time. Maybe on a different time, and I can keep that one for next time. And there's your confirmation for Shah, because I know we want that. But Shah is the winner. Do it with the game. I don't care. I know, but we need to keep some form of regularity, don't we? We need to keep some form of regularity. If you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and send a GG in the chat to Shah and Max. We'll get back under the way after an okay first half. I mean, we're 2-0 up, so you can't really complain, but it hasn't been great. Sam, make a leaderboard. It's just hard to remember everything, though, Shah, isn't it? What's no way, Jose? I was at the Palace game when you did that. There is actually a video, Oliver, on my channel of me and Josh. Look through my channel, and I've edited that as well. So it's subjectively funnier, is what I'm going to say. I think it's funnier anyway. I'm sure Max has watched it, so I'm sure Max can tell. But we are back underway in the second half. And England straight on the front foot here. Like I said, needs to be a better second half. And Oliver set a reminder to watch it afterwards, after the game. Thank you, Fraser, for dropping the link. Shah needs the toilet. Sorry for the extra info. Yeah, that was a bit TMI. You changed your banner. I have, Max. I have. I'm trying to freshen up the page a little bit. You know, we've got my new laptop. Might as well try a few things. Although I must give credit to one of my friends for that. Honestly, I was having a mare with it. I was having a mare with the proportions and stuff. But that is enough talking about random stuff. England are back underway after an almost disappointing first half. I think as an England fan, you want England to be like 5-0 up at half-time. Maybe that's unrealistic because, of course, Andorra, they have their game plan. They're difficult to break down from corners. They look okay defensively. So it is hard to weigh up for England, but I do think England need to kick on here. And if they don't score at least even another two, I'm tempted to say, I think that's disappointing. But Phil Foden's given the ball away there and given a foul away. And the referee has blown up there. Rubio fouled by Phil Foden. Not Phil's best attribute, is it, is defending. Looked a little bit in pain, though, Phil Foden there. I don't think he needs to make the foul. But he's not quite as electric, is he? Since he's had his haircut change, since he's gone back from the beautiful blonde that he was over the Euros. Sweet Caroline, sing the rest. I'm sure you've had enough of me singing the Romelu Lukaku song, Max. Andorra, can they get sort of into the game a little bit and hold on to the ball? There's a half opportunity there, header from the edge of the box, goes straight into the hands of Sam Johnson, though. Lovely throw out to Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho finds Jay Lings, defended nicely by the Andorran number 3. Valles, the captain for this evening. England will have to regroup and go again. Lovely ball. Lovely flick. Oh, poor touch. They tried too much there. It was a lovely little flick from Sancho around the corner looking for Jesse Lingard. But Lingard tried a flick as well and was probably the wrong idea there to go for a flick. Jesse Lingard. Lovely clip looking over the top there. Falling as far as Sancho. Sancho, can he get a shot off? Tame shot there from Jadon Sancho. Not great from Jadon Sancho, that. A man of his quality, a man of his stature should be doing better. He cuts in, he does the right thing. It falls to him, he chests the ball down, he cuts in on his right foot, but just not great, really. Batman's asking about Ballon d'Or winner predictions. I'm just going to say, watch your sub box and make sure you've got your notifications turned on, Batman. That is all I'm saying. Keep your notifications turned on. I have got something in the works. Here's Saka on this right-hand side. England recycling possession again. Andorra just giving them the time. You know, England are no threat to them at the halfway line, passing the ball left to right, left to right. England are no threat. Andorra know that. And England, they're happy to do that. They are happy to do that because we're 2-0 up. We don't need to go out and score. They're very, very happy to do that. But that's nicked nicely by Phil Foden and rolls it into Jesse Lingard there. I thought it was number 11, number 10 instead. Sam, in my opinion, we should do a vote or something like that each half time. Which games do people want to do? I will send you ideas on Insta because I've got a few. Yeah, that's good, Chair. That's good. But obviously, I have to prepare games before. So maybe we do a poll before the game on Twitter. I don't know if you have Twitter, if anyone has Twitter. Fireman Sam Redgate-Large. Yes, precisely. Here's Ben Chilwell. I could never be a fireman. I'd just be called Fireman Sam all the time. Oh, lovely ball from Connor Cody. Oh, that was a lovely ball from Connor Cody. Looking for that darting run of Jesse Lingard. What a ball that was. Almost cut them apart. But couldn't quite get the ball down there. 13 people watching this live. And if you haven't already, be sure to go over to the Twitch. Go and join Fraser on the purple side. And if you haven't already as well, on YouTube, be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe. All of that good stuff, all of that jazz. Sam, you should make a Discord server. I don't know how to do that, but I will try if that's what people want. I'll make the server. Okay, if that suits you better to do it that way, Oliver, that is absolutely fine. That is fine. Fraser, get back to YouTube. I don't even know if he's still on the thing. What's your Twitch name? Who's been over to my Twitch earlier? Oliver, could you link my Twitch, please, for Batman? I think it should be in my description, but if not, I will try and find it. Here we are. Got it. Here we are. Oh, I don't know. I've just copied and pasted all of that, but there you are. There is my Twitch, and there is my YouTube. I don't think there is anyone watching on Twitch, but there we are. It's in the chat anyway. I've got 3 notifications. My channel, like clockwork. I honestly have no clue about Twitch. I don't understand it. Stay here, Fraser. That's amazing. You're so lucky. What? No way Batman wants to watch Sam. Exactly. What a time to be alive. I don't know what Batman's done with Robin, but Trippier looking in behind for Phil Foden. Phil Foden stretching his legs. Keeps it on with a lovely little chop there. That was nice from Phil Foden. That is the one thing that Phil Foden is. He's a very, very technically good player. Foden looks to shoot. God, that was a commentator's curse, wasn't it? Absolutely blazes it over. Fraser's off back to Twitch again. Fraser, look at Discord. Oh, why does my mouse do this? Tomori just warming up there. I think I saw out the corner of my eye. I was trying to get my mouse to work. Sam, this was never a good idea to go to Twitch, Sam. Why was it never a good idea? Just more accessible for people, isn't it? That's the thing we want, more accessible. "53 minutes played, expecting to see some England subs in the next few minutes. I don't think Gareth Southgate will be unpleased, but I don't think he'll be sort of screaming from the rooftops. I just don't think it's been a great performance. It's not up there with the list of performances where you go, wow. Like, if England were 6-0 up right now, I'd be like, yeah, fantastic performance. Of course, it's only San Marino, but fantastic. San Marino? Jesus. Andorra. But at the end of the day, it is a good performance. If you're that high up. Oh, lovely interchange there between Sancho and Abraham. Lovely ball into Abraham. Abraham looks to get a shot off, and he's just hit it over the bar. Sam, what do you use for live streams? I'm still on StreamYard. Yeah, that's what I'm on. Twitch was a good idea, Sam. Thank you, Fraser. Max, don't you have Discord? Oh, Tammy Abraham is onside there. It's a bit of a half opportunity for Tammy Abraham. Bit of a tight angle. Not great, though. Not a great effort from Tammy Abraham there. Definitely had better, but on his weak foot, worth an effort from there as well. And Fraser's back over on the Twitch chat as well. Back over there, giving the good old Twitch some views. Another yellow card coming out here for the number 4 of Andorra, Rebez. Just for pushing out a Ben Chilwell. I think Ben Chilwell's gone a little bit soft there. That was a little bit soft on Ben Chilwell. Wasn't really a punch, but he's been booked, the player for that on Ben Chilwell. I think it is a booking, but acting as if he was being shot there, Ben Chilwell. It was I don't know. It's a hard one to judge, that one. Hard one to judge. Chilwell into Stones. England taking their time yet again. I feel like every stream I commentate on at the moment, the football just seems to be really, really slow and impatient. There's a bit that, or I'm being impatient, should I say. They're being really patient, overly patient. Lovely ball there, looking for Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell wants to flick that round the corner with Jadon Sancho. They've had a nice little chemistry between the two of them, Chilwell and Sancho, at the moment. Weird how Sancho's playing off the left and usually plays off the right, I think, if I'm correct, for Manchester United. Bit of a weird one, that one. But I guess if we're short of a left winger, then that is fine. Does Max know I'm on Twitch? He does, yes, he does. He's not very pleased with you, Fraser, for going over there. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Connor Cody into the feet of Foden. Foden looking to loft that in towards Sancho. Oh, Tammy Abraham across the front there. And I think the ref's given offside, but that's better from Sancho. A better ball in. Much, much better ball in from Jadon Sancho. Sancho is offside in the first place. That's what the offside was for. Not for Tammy Abraham in the middle. But Abraham overcomplicated that in the middle. Unfortunately, has definitely overcomplicated that. Lima, we just saw on the screen there. 42, I believe now, Lima. Bit of a veteran of this Andorra team. 140 odd caps. Very much a veteran of this team. Been there for pretty much everything, I would imagine. The good times, the bad times, he's been there for everything. But a bit of a legend for Andorra. Maybe we'll see him on FIFA in a few years with this 65 rated legend card. Oh, well defended there by Connor Cody, the number 9 of Andorra, trying to go around him. Cody puts his body in the way. Yes, I was the actor for Fireman Sam. It's a very nice outro in Sam's description. What? I don't know what Shah's on about now. Here's JWP into Phil Foden, dropping really, really deep here, Phil Foden. Foden into Jay Lings. Jay Lings has Sancho wide of him. He goes to Sancho. Sancho pulls it back to Phil Foden. Bit of a dodgy ball there from Sancho. Back to Ward-Prowse. Ben Chilwell. Back to Sancho. Sancho looks to lob it in. It's gone towards Tammy Abraham. Surely it is. And that is 3-0. I think Abraham's onside there. Easy enough for Tammy. He'll take those every day, though. You cannot let Tammy Abraham have that kind of room against you. Just going to check the offside on this. Miles on. I think Lima's switched off there. He has switched off. He's turned his body to Tammy Abraham there as the balls come in. Switched off. Abraham gets his toe in front. Keeper can't do anything about it. It's poor defending from Lima. Just was singing his praises as an experienced player. But Tammy Abraham nips in. And what a time for Tammy. What a time for Tammy. Back in the England team. Back on the score sheet. Just what we want to see. We want to see the England boys thrive. That is what we want to see. And the goals tonight have all been pretty much created in North London. Well, in London anyway. And that does mean it is Tammy Abraham on the score sheet. His first goal in over a year for England. And very, very well played. And even more good news for Chelsea fans as Saka is coming on as well. He looks like Tomori is coming on as well. I read Saka's name off my sheet. And he is coming on for John Stones. John Stones' night is done. Solid. Leading at the back there. John Stones, the more senior centre-half of him, and senior in terms of experience of him and Connor Cody. But Tomori is on for, I think, what must be his third cap? Something like that. Third cap, maybe second cap. He didn't get many in that season where he was at Chelsea full time. But that does make it 3-0. Tammy Abraham has scored, and that's another Jadon Sancho assist. And Jay Links is on his back again here to roll it into Jadon Sancho. I'm just holding back, updating the score, because there we are. The ball's gone out. I was worried there that if I changed it, it'd end up being that England would end up scoring instantly, and then I've just created another one for no reason. But there we are. It is 3-0, as you can see right now. It is 3-0 at the top of your screen. Get Sam Redgate-Large, Discord, Sam. Sam Room Tour. I mean, this is the flat. Hang on. I mean, this is the entirety of the flat. There's a kitchen over there as well. But that is the flat tour. Speaking of Newcastle, Sam, thoughts? You know the drill. I don't want to tease too much. I don't want to make false promises. But there might be a series returning. Just to speak about this. Do you support Tottenham? I don't know who you're asking. Sam needs Discord. When you're on Discord, I'll invite you to the server. I do have a Discord, but it's like one from a few years ago, so I'll get a more professional Discord account. Lima's he's pulled his hamstring there, chasing after Jadon Sancho. That didn't look great, did it? That did not look great for the old man. That did not look great, and he has gone off. Max, I do think Twitch is better. Oh, don't poke the dragon. Don't poke the dragon, Fraser. I'm trying to wind him up. 60 minutes played. They're bringing on a sub here, Andorra. The referee's just taking their time. Not been an awful refereeing performance so far. Not sure the lad should have been. Not sure John Stones and the other guy should have been booked earlier, but not a bad game for the referee tonight. She's got some more action to do here. Number 4 goes down again. He was in the. Is that Ben Chilwell again? That Ben Chilwell? Ben Chilwell again against number 4. There's a little bit of argy-bargy going on there between the two of them, but I don't think there's much in that from Chilwell. Don't think there's much in that. I think he's looking for something there. He's number 4 for Andorra. Let's go back to the Euros when we were all hyped. I missed that. I know. I do. You support Chelsea, right? Me? I support Chelsea, Max. I don't know where you've got it from there. I support Tottenham. YouTube the goat. Lovely spelling, Fraser. When you have a Discord, Sam, get Fraser or Josh to send you the link. Okie dokes. Football's back underway there. I think Ben Chilwell actually won a foul there from that, which is weird because obviously the number 4 from Andorra was claiming that Ben Chilwell was in the wrong, but clearly not. And clearly the referee saw otherwise and given England the foul. Oliver supports Cambridge. I don't think he does. I think he supports Crystal Palace. Foden, lovely switch there. Is that a lovely switch or is that well read? No, Connor Cody's done well there to recover that. That did look a little bit dangerous. The new sub, number 14, who's just come on for Andorra, causing a few problems there, stretching his legs out. Here's James Ward-Prowse. Into Connor Cody. Sancho. Wider to Chilwell. Back into Jadon Sancho. Starting to grow into this game a bit more. Still not peak Jadon Sancho yet. Still not Sancho at his best. What's your team's position on fantasy? I think I'm top 10 in the Mason Mount Appreciation League. I think I'm top 10, Batman. I think I'm top 10. If you haven't already joined Batman, please do. The more the merrier. Here's Abraham inside the box. Lovely roll back to Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard with a little nutmeg there. Defended, though, by the Andorran defenders. Only as far as Tomori. England able to recycle the ball. It's a little bit relentless for Andorra. Sure, there'll be a few tired legs moving on. Lovely touch from Sancho. That's much better from Jadon Sancho. I know it's just one touch, but that's much better. The confidence was there. But as I say that, Jadon Sancho is offside. So that is the beauty of commentating live. It was a lovely switch from James Ward-Prowse, but Sancho, he shouldn't be offside there. Should not be offside there. And just watching a foul on James Ward-Prowse again. So I'm second to last. I don't use it as CBA. Oh, come on, Shia. Don't be a sore loser. Go to Leeds to watch Chelsea away. I mean, that is my intention. Whether I can get tickets is a different thing. I don't know when they play as well. But it's not far from here. Oh, that looked clumsy. Connor Cody in the wars there. Bit of a hefty landing there. Oh, they're playing on 3G. Could see all the black bits all over Connor Cody's arms. Oh, he's just caught him with his shoulder there. It's that number 4 again. He's not even looking at the ball. He's not even looking at the ball there. He should not be on the pitch. He definitely should not be on the pitch. He's just ran straight into Connor Cody there. Idiot. I hate it when people do that. Why do you intentionally go to injure someone just because you're a sore loser? Like, you're Andorran, you've got to be used to losing. Don't injure other people. That's stupid. Stupid. I already joined your league, but stuck in 20th place on your league. That's not bad. Not bad. 20th place ain't bad. Sammy Mason Mount isn't happy you isn't in your FPL league. I know. I also had to take Mount out of my team as well because he missed like 2.5 games, and I was like, I'm losing points for no reason here. So sacrifices had to be made. Andorra have a corner here. Number 4 for Andorra needs to keep his make sure his knickers aren't in a twist because he seems to be getting a little bit aggy, a little bit aggressive. I'm sure the referee's got it on a hold though, but to be fair, he should have been sent off for that one against Connor Cody there. There we are, corner time. Whipped in, cleared at the front post by all 6'4" of Tammy Abraham. You're not crossing that in. Tammy Abraham stood at the front post there, lofted back in, only as far as James Ward-Prowse, though, who's managed to head it clear, and it's gone out for an England goal kick. Nearly 70 minutes on the clock now. And thank you to everyone who has watched so far tonight. I appreciate you coming on and joining in. I appreciate you all. And if you haven't already, smash that like button. Share, tell me how many likes we're on. Let's see what the like goal should be for the end of this game. Keep pushing, keep on moving. Get on up when you're down, baby. Take a good look around. Keep on moving. Andorra with a bit of an attacking spell here. We've had a corner. It's the first real chance we've actually seen. They've got another throw in here, I think. 30 dislikes, says Shah. Sam, please say yes. What am I saying yes to? Or are you just editing me to say yes to something? I know your game, Max. I know your game. Oh, I've already said it too many times now. It is another Andorran corner now. A little bit of pressure for the Andorrans. Could they get a shot on target? Maybe so. They've taken it short, though. I don't understand that. You're a smaller club. Lovely ball in, though, there. That was a better ball in. And it's away by Trippier. Only fallen to, I think that was Sancho it fell to there, and he's tried to hoof it clear looking for Phil Foden. But I don't understand why Andorra would do that. You've got the big men, put them in the box, get them in there. That's probably the best way they're going to beat England, a mistake from a corner. Super Jackie Grealish is coming on, and I believe that is the back of Mason Mount's head. It is. It is the back of Mason Mount's head. I can spot that head from a mile off. Sam likes, I'm not going to say that out loud, but they are a very good football team because I don't want you to clip that. But they are a very good football team, Swiss football team. Unlucky to Josh Wilco, who's currently losing. Mason Mount's got his 19 top on, number 19. He's coming on. Super Jackie Grealish is coming on. England looking to really kill the game now. I say kill the game, they're 3-0 up. But really put the score beyond any doubt. 3-0. I guess if they get one, then you're only one goal, and then you're only one goal behind. Does that make sense? I don't know. Sam's smart. Exactly, Shah. Exactly. You got to think about these things. You got to think about these things. My phone just went off to tell me that Senegal are 3-0 up against Namibia. So if anyone wanted to know, there you are. There's your fact for tonight. Andorra starting to commit quite a few fouls here. And they look like they're losing their way a little bit. They've been good defensively, but since Lima's gone off, it's got a little bit aggressive for no apparent reason. Here's Tomori, who's had a very, very good start to life in Italy. Same with Tammy. But Tomori has been there, an extra 6 months? And he's been great. He's been fantastic, hasn't he? If anyone's watched any Milan games, he's really helped them steady the ship in that Milan side. And he's showing his worth and he's showing his quality. I do hope he comes back in a few years' time. I like Fikayo Tomori. I think he's a very good player. Eduard Mendy is my mate as well. Shah. Got myself out of that one. Here's Trippier. Back to Tomori. Of course, Tomori will be playing alongside Giroud in Milan, so a familiar face there with him. Maybe that's one of the reasons he's able to adapt a little bit better now. Of course, with his first full season in Italy now, this season, maybe that's why, knowing that there's someone there who he's comfortable around. And the substitutions are happening now. It is Jadon Sancho who is coming off for Super Jackie Grealish, and it is Jesse Lingard who is coming off for Mason Mount. So it looks like Grealish will go in that more attacking role and Mason Mount will go in that centre mid role. Don't think it will make too much of a difference with the two players there. I think both players can play in that number 8 role, but I think Mason Mount is a little bit better. And I can't bait Sam. No, you can't. Especially not with Eduard Mendy, Ferland Mendy, whoever Mendy used to be who played for Leicester. There's too many Mendys for that to bait anyone. Jack Grealish looks like he's coming out on this left-hand side to play, and Mason Mount does look like he's tucking in that 3 in midfield. Andorra have won the ball back quite high up there, but James Ward-Prowse straight back in there, and a lovely bit of skill by Mason Mount. That's what we needed all game. A lovely bit of skill already. Takes it past the player. Ben Chilwell here. Lovely drop of the shoulder there from Ben Chilwell, who's really central yet again. He's almost in like a centre defensive mid role here. My mouse has disappeared. Afternoon, hope you're doing well. I'm going to call you CR7 because you've got an X in your name. Sam, I'm really good at maths. No, I don't really want to. I'm not very good at maths. Why are you all trying to bait me out? This is not fun. And Max, who are you asking? Why are you asking if I support Spurs? I'm a Chelsea fan. You know this. What is? Hang on, I need to work out which way I need to point that. I literally dislike Spurs. I tried to bait you. Exactly. I know. You're all trying to bait me. Sam, do you like Mount? I don't think I've ever said that I like Mason Mount, but I think he's a good player. Don't think I've ever said that. Sam supports Spurs. They wish they had a fan like me. Ben Chilwell's had a solid game tonight. Tammy Abraham, that could have been nasty. Fell over there, Tammy Abraham. I was worried that the player was going to land on his head there as Tammy Abraham fell back. He just tripped over as he was running back. Looks like he might have hurt his shoulder. But I was more concerned about the fact that the defender had jumped up as Tammy Abraham was falling back and that it might hit him on the head. But fortunately, that was avoided. Thankfully, and neither of them were hurt. Here's Saka on the right-hand side now. Abraham just feeling his shoulder a little bit. Saka, though, gets blocked off there by the Andorran defenders. Hope for a goal from Saka tonight. Boost his confidence a little bit. Lovely switch there to Jack Grealish. Great touch. Can Grealish get in? He's rolled it wider to Mason Mount. Pulls it across the box. Good save by the keeper using his feet, though, to block it. And it's come back out to Jack Grealish. Here's Ben Chilwell. Back into Jack Grealish. A little bit of triangle emerging here. Here's Mason Mount. Back into Grealish. Is Grealish offside there? I'm not sure. And the referee, the lines person, has given it as a offside. It is. It's miles offside. Jack Grealish there. You guys are trying so hard. How old do you think I am? How old do you think I am? Like, I'm not born yesterday. I'm not born yesterday, Shah and Oliver. I'm not born yesterday. 75 minutes on the clock. Still England 3, Andorra 0. Goals coming from Bukayo, let's say in the right order. Ben Chilwell, Bukayo Saka, and Tammy Abraham. Sancho getting 2 assists for those. But a bit of a disappointing performance for for England, really. It's not been great, overly great. Not as good as we'd have probably hoped, but it is England's second team. Nice to see a few fresh faces, including this man who's on the ball right now, Fikayo Tomori, Tammy Abraham. Few fresh faces back in the side. James Ward-Prowse has had a good game. Ben Chilwell has had a good game. How old do you think I am? 32. Oh, God, Shah. Blimey. 20 years old. I'm 22, Fraser. Thank you for going younger. Here's Chilwell into Grealish. He's played a little bit behind Jack Grealish here. Grealish skips by his man, though. Already a foul coming in. Oh, lovely flick around the corner. Is that a penalty? It is a penalty, says the referee. On Jack Grealish. It was a lovely bit of play. I think it was Mount into Abraham. Abraham flicked it around the corner to Grealish. Grealish's first touch wasn't great, but he's been absolutely snapped there by the Andorran number 18. And it could be England 4. There's a VAR check going on. I think that'll still be given. I really do think that'll be given. I don't think the touch was great from Jack Grealish, and I don't think it'd have continued, but you just can't snap. You can't just tackle people in the box when they don't have the ball, and otherwise you'd just be kicking everyone randomly and not giving away fouls. But it is James Ward-Prowse who has got the ball in his hand once the VAR check is over. It is James Ward-Prowse. Will he make it 4-0 tonight? I don't know if James Ward-Prowse has scored for England so far. No Harry Kane tonight. No Jordan Henderson. So it has fallen to James Ward-Prowse. The VAR check is over. It will be a penalty to England for a foul on Jack Grealish. James Ward-Prowse steps up, looks the keeper in the eyes. James Ward-Prowse, saved by the keeper and followed in by James Ward-Prowse. Oh my gosh, he's got away with one there, JWP, but good save by the keeper. I said the keeper's had a good game tonight, and that shows it. He couldn't have done much more there, and it is England 4. England 4, Andorra 0. It's not a great penalty, is it? The keeper dives to his right. It's sort of in the centre, middle height. And James Ward-Prowse manages to swing his left foot at it, hit it back into the bottom corner. But I think he'll be disappointed with that, James Ward-Prowse. He celebrates, but I mean, do you really celebrate those? Like, it's not a great goal. It's not a great goal, but you take any, don't you? And Ollie Watkins is coming on. I'm sure Josh Ring is very pleased to see that man coming on the pitch now. Ollie Watkins is coming on. That does make it 4-0, and I'll just update the top one as well to say 4-0. And James Ward-Prowse looks like he might have sealed the deal here for England. Admittedly, I don't think they were going to have come back into this. I nearly said Romania there. They have the same colours on their badge, don't they? Andorra. But it is now England 4, Andorra 0. And England, I do believe, have now made all of their subs as well. So this will be the team that they finish with by the looks of things. And let me change the banner at the top. There we go. Let's change that. There we are. Confirmation that is 4-0. If your girlfriend proposed to you, would you say yes? That's very, very deep, Oliver, for an England football stream, and that's for me and Erin to know and to discuss. And what were you trying to bait me out here? I think you were. I think Oliver was trying to bait me out. Trying to get me to think that England had missed the penalty. But, I mean, they did miss the penalty, but James Ward-Prowse followed in nicely to get himself a goal. I wonder if that's his first one. Let's have a look. Is that his first England goal, or is that his second? I feel like he scored a free kick or something before for England. It's only 26 JWP. Here's Chilwell up in that really left-wing position. Offside again, though. The Lions people have been very, very on it tonight. That is that his second goal? Let's have a look. I think that's his second goal for England. Oh no, I think that's his second one. He scored against San Marino. So what a collection of goals to teams to have scored against, eh? San Marino and Andorra. Sam, if you never supported Chelsea, who would you have supported? I'd have probably just supported who my brother supports, and that's Liverpool. Or, I don't know. Sam, is your name in FPL? You're not getting me, Oliver. You're not getting me. Next person to try it gets a 5-minute mute. There we are. That'll stop you from doing it. You liver. Exactly. That's why I didn't want to support him. Oh, lovely ball in there. Headed clear by Tomori. Phil Foden's underneath it, though. Big scrappy. Can he finish that? Oh, what a save that is from Sam Johnston. He hasn't had a lot to do all game. He didn't know he was offside. And it is a very, very sharp save from Sam Johnston down there to his right. Cuckoo, who would have been going crazy if that went in. But he was offside at the end of the day. But it's a very, very good save from Sam Johnston. Had to stay alive. And Cuckoo, unlucky not to score, but not the greatest of finishes. Sam, you need to get your TikTok back. Go upload some fitness videos or something. I need some content. That's what I need. Sam, you've gone cuckoo. I have gone cuckoo. Here's Mount. Oh, tackled again by Andorra. They seem to look a bit sharper now. I don't know if that's just because England don't look very sharp. Does Erin like Grealish's legs? I'm sure she's in the chat. So, Erin, if you are listening, do you like Jack Grealish's legs? I know she fancies Jack Grealish, but I don't know. His Foden. Random question. Grealish rolls it down to Mason Mount. Mason Mount here. Rolls it back to Jack Grealish. Sam, I have a suggestion. If you can do a Chelsea career, it would be entertaining. I know, but I need to buy it at Elgato, and I need to work out how that all works and stuff like that. And maybe we can look into it. But I've got plenty of my fingers in pies. Is that a phrase? I don't think that's a phrase. Anyway, I'm doing a lot at the moment, so it might have to take a back step. A back step? What am I even trying to say? A back seat. Oh, God. Sure, you've rattled me. You've rattled me. Oh, that was a little bit clumsy there from Connor Cody. A little bit clumsy. Why has Max just said, thanks, Sam? Good. Oh, a little bit clumsy from Connor Cody there. The ball's gone up in the air. The number 14 from Andorra has just gone to swing his leg, and Connor Cody can see the number 14, and his knees just look like it caught him. It looks like a painful one, that, for the number 14. Connor Cody has gone in the book for it. There's been quite a few bookings tonight, hasn't there? Quite a few bookings. I think, again, maybe a little bit of a harsh one. Don't think he really knew too much about it. But Andorra do have a free kick here. Straight into the hands there of Sam Johnston. And Sam Johnston might be able to unleash Jackie Grealish. Here he goes. Cuts inside one. Cuts back inside. Can he shoot? He can, and he finds the bottom corner. Fantastic goal. Lovely counter-attack from Jack Grealish. Just on as a sub. An assist for Sam Johnston. He has now got half the assists that Jack Grealish, that Jadon Sancho has since joining for Manchester United. But what a throw that is from Sam Johnston into Jack Grealish. He cuts inside, cuts back again through the legs of number 21 for Andorra. And Jack Grealish with a lovely finish and a lovely goal. That is the goal of the night. 100% that is the goal of the night for England. And what a way to cap off this performance. Not been the best from England, but a good goal. A very, very good goal at the end of the day. And can't really moan. Can't moan at that one. A bit FIFA-esque, though, I must say. A little bit FIFA-esque. One long ball straight through the middle. Has done the job for England tonight, and that is Jack Grealish. Oh, excuse me, hiccuping. Jack Grealish on the score sheet as well. And that was the 86th minute for Jack Grealish. So England cruising now. Oliver's 5-0 is. Don't know what happened there, but Oliver's 5-0 is still on. What on earth happened there? I will never know. But there we are. I was literally just typing and it refreshed itself. So maybe the laptop just went a little bit funny, but no worries now. We are back in. Didn't end the stream, which is even better. So there we are. And I think it must have been when it was updating the banner because I set it to do that. And yeah, it's not updated it. I think it glitched out a little bit there, StreamYard. But we're back. And let me update the banner. 5 different goal scorers as well tonight, guys. Not too bad. Shows we've got goals everywhere, doesn't it, really? 5-0. Sam, check your TikTok DMs, I will. And here's Mason Mount. Oh, blocked. Blocked by Phil Foden, of all people. Phil Foden, of all people, has blocked that one. Still says 4-0 popped up. I don't think it does. It says 5-0 on my screen. I will refresh it again, but 4-0, 5-0. That's strange. But it is 5-0. Don't know why it's doing that. We are in the 88th minute. We've got to come up with a man of the match for this evening. That's a lovely ball from Mason Mount there, looking for Trippier, the captain for tonight. He's been a bit quiet, hasn't he, Kieran Trippier? But I guess that's not a bad thing. But I think my man of the match, and I think Sancho has been okay. I don't think Sancho has been scintillating. He's not been the world-class player we know him as, but I think he's been good. I think he's been okay, and he's done a job. But I think my man of the match for tonight, I'm going to have to go with the first goal scorer. He opened the scoring, and he's been just solid, and he's not reacted, and he's not been awful at all. I think Phil Foden from Oliver is a good shout, but I'm going to go with Ben Chilwell. With a lack of game time, he's currently got Ben Chilwell. It could have been easy for him to be slow, starting slow, sloppy, lethargic, but he's been absolutely full of energy tonight and got himself a goal, really caused problems. The link-up play with Sancho, Grealish, Mount, Lingard has been fantastic. And I also think, lovely ball into Mount there. Ollie Watkins here. Ollie Watkins, can he find Mount again? No, he's going himself here, Ollie Watkins, blocked though. But I also think Phil Foden is worth a shout. And Jack Grealish as well, just for that goal. That was a very nice goal, but obviously wouldn't be man of the match. But Tammy played amazing. He's my man of the match. Charles going with Tammy. I think Tammy was good. I don't think it was the best we've seen in a Tammy Abraham in a Chelsea shirt, in an England shirt, or in a Roma shirt. But it was a good performance. You know, he's just finding the mould again, won't he? He'll just find that way back into this England side, and he has to get used. Like, there's a lot of different players in this England side than there was when Tammy Abraham was last in it. And I will do it in a sec, Max, because I don't have my phone loaded up. I think is it dead? No, it's just cut off for some reason. Because it's on the stream, Max, that's why. It's on the stream. To make sure that everything's working correctly. But I will respond to you when I am done this evening. We're just in the 2 minutes of added time at the end of the 90 minutes. England sort of just taking their time, relaxing, chillaxing. 5-0 win, comfortable win for England tonight. That's what it should have been, shouldn't it? I think if it had been anything else, would have been worried. Sam, I want to see a tier list return. I want ranking midfielders one, please. You're going to have to be more specific because there's a lot of midfielders. And obviously defensive, midfield, attacking. How do I always predict the England score, right? Josh, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't remember seeing this in the stream, so you're gonna have to go back. I'm fuming. If only you didn't predict the Northern Ireland scores correct, the Premier League ones. We'll look at it. I'll try and find a tier list for it. We'll look at it, chat. Good idea though, and that will go into the bank of ideas for me. Oh, that was nearly an own goal there, but turned out to be very well defended. But nearly an own goal there from Andorra. 2-0 in the Northern Ireland game. Let me link one on Insta if you're considering it for content. Thank you, Shah. Thank you. And that is full time in Andorra. It is full time. It is 5-0. And England have dominated this evening's game. No surprises there, realistically, was there? No surprises there, really. But at half-time, it wasn't the greatest. England came out in that second half. They looked a little bit more like an England team that we're used to seeing, and that does mean that it is. Full-time, England 0, Andorra 0, England 5. I read that the wrong way around. But, guys, let me know, what are your thoughts on this England team, this England game tonight? Like I said at the beginning, I've just realised one of the Andorran players has Xavi number 8 on the back of his shirt. Brilliant. My thoughts on this England team tonight. It's great to see, like I say, it's great to see lots of new players in the team. James Ward-Prowse, these players who didn't play in the Euros. It's nice to see a different sort of setup of players. And tonight, seeing Ollie Watkins, Tammy Abraham lead the line, I really do enjoy seeing that, especially against these teams. Like, lots of players dream about playing for England, and it's nice to be able to have a few of those players be able to play there, provided they get the recognition they need, and that these players that aren't fit, for example, your Bamfords and your Calvert-Lewins, they're not fit and they're not just missing out for no reason. Do Jose or not Jose, it wouldn't work just by myself. Wouldn't really work. Thank you, Josh, for watching on Twitch, by the way. I really do appreciate that. James Ward-Prowse should have been in the Euros. I do think he should have been, in my personal opinion. But let me know, guys, what do you think? Now we can just play games, please. I wish, but I'm going to chill out. I've got a little bit of editing to do as well. So keep, like I said earlier, keep your eyes and ears and whatever peeled, and make sure that you're looking out on the channel. Get the notifications on if you haven't already, so you don't miss an upload from me on my channel. And we've got something in the works for you. I'm trying a few sort of different bits of content, sort of trying to make them a little bit funnier, potentially funnier, using that loosely. But we do have some stuff coming. So, like I said, keep an eye peeled. Finally, we'll talk a little bit about tonight's game. Tonight's game, like I said earlier on, I don't think this was vintage England. I don't think this is what we'll see at all anywhere near Qatar. Of course, we've got lots of players to come back in, but I just don't think the way we played was overly expansive. I don't think it was fantastic tonight. And as a fan, I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't have that high octane play that we're so used to seeing from a lot of these players. There wasn't that flair, there wasn't that character that we're used to seeing from the England sides, or that we're used to seeing from the players specifically in the England sides. The second half was much better. It was much more at the throats of Andorra. At the first half, they just looked like they were passing for passing's sake sort of thing. But it wasn't a bad performance from England. They got the job done. Shah sent it on Insta. Brilliant, thank you, Shah. They got the job done, didn't they, England? And that's all we can talk about. We will just have a look at the game that is the scores concerning our group for tonight. A little bit of inception there, if I can click it. There we go. There we go. How do I find the other games? Let's have a scroll back. Here we go. So the other games in our group, I say our group, if you're an England fan, our group, Albania have beaten Hungary. Who'd have thought, eh? Not me. Not me. Poland, of course, beating San Marino 5-0. So it does look like England, Albania, and Poland will be the front runners for this group. And let's just have a quick look at the standings for you guys to see what that Albanian win does. And that does put Poland, though. I don't know how it puts Poland above Albania. Maybe that's still a live score. It shouldn't be. It should be Albania above Poland. Albania will be on 15 points thanks to that win tonight. So it is Albania in second, Poland in third. Albania really, really pushing Poland. I'm sure Hamza will be pleased with that. Really, really pushing Poland. Great stuff. Great to see. And of course, Poland beat San Marino 5-0. Unfortunately, San Marino have scored their one goal, haven't they? But unfortunately, couldn't add to that tonight and couldn't get their first points on the board. And England look like they're, how many games we got left? We've got 3 games left. We've got a 5-point gap. So you'd like to hope that England are going through, but it is close. It is close. It's a 5-point gap to Poland. There you are. It's just updated live for you. Just updated live for you. So a 5-point gap to Poland. You'd like to think England wouldn't mess up, but I'm not sure who we've got left to play in this group. So we'll just have a quick gander at that. Next matches. So we have Hungary, which we also have this week in 3 days' time, which would be Tuesday. Tuesday? Yeah. And then we have, let me scroll down, we have Albania. So that'll be a big one. That will be a very big game with the form that Albania have got at the moment. That'll be a very, very big game for England and Albania, specifically Albania. And then we've got San Marino on the final day. So looking at that, you'd hope that England will go through. But who knows? Hungary have been very good, haven't they? We saw them very, very strong performances in the World Cup, in the Euros, this year. But who knows? England still have it all to play for. They would like to have got it wrapped up nice and early. But unfortunately for England, they haven't done. But that will conclude tonight's stream, as a lot of people... Blimey. Oh, got a bit of a sore throat there, a bit of a tickle in my throat. If you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe. If you've got any video content ideas you'd like to see, absolutely let me know. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you during next week. I'm going to try and look to sort of my plan. I'll just outline this plan for you. It's rough, it's vague. We'll see what life gets in the way, but we're going to try and do sort of like 2 streams a week and maybe a video as well, depending on what time I've got sort of in my free time when I get home from work. At about 5:30, 6, and I've been to the gym and stuff like that. Let's see, because I've got to fit everything in. Oliver says, great stream. Thank you, Oliver. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. And so England have won 5-0 against Andorra. 5-0, which does put them, maintains their place at the top with a 4-point gap to Albania. Thank you for watching, guys. And most importantly, stay safe.